We are talking about two of the hottest topics in real estate today. One, which is ADUs, which is additional dwelling units on the same property, and two, which is mortgage hacking, which means somehow finding a way to manipulate your mortgage to make it as close to zero or making money per month as possible. Cami and her husband did something really cool. So tell me a little bit more about what you've done here.
We bought a house in Southeast Portland that was in really poor condition, and we decided that we wanted to put two homes there. So we did two townhomes. We live in one that's a 3-story townhome, and the one next door is also 3 stories, but the bottom floor is an ADU, and the top floor is a 2-story rental. So we rent out those and we live in this side.
Right.
And so since that time, the city of Portland has changed the zoning laws, and we can now put 4 here.
So you got a pretty good size kind of townhouse when you've rented out the top stories of both, and then you've got nice kind of above an apartment, kind of a little condo down below. And then the one thing that you haven't even done, which I think is a kind of a fun hack, is you have 2 semi-finished spaces that you're calling storage areas.
Well, yeah, the architect came up with this really great idea because we've got 2 single car garages that separate the 2 units, and they're extra long, so they're 300 square feet total. The space directly below those is also 300 square feet. We kind of tried to think of everything. We put in a cadet heater down there. You could put a man cave, she shed, but I feel like in Portland, like, everyone does a million different activities here, and it's a great space to keep all your equipment, tinker with your equipment, set up a shop. That could actually be rented out as a separate situation.
Do woodworking and, you said, parasailing and who knows what the heck else around here.
Oh yeah, I mean, Portlanders love their DIY.
They
love
do.
to tinker, so I mean, it's a great shop for stuff like that.
So let's break the numbers down a little bit on this. Let's say you came down and you're like, you know what, I will pay the $1.75 million for this property. A lot of money, I get it, but
I didn't think that I could qualify on these 2 homes. So talking about mortgage hacking, when it came time to get a loan on these properties, I was super surprised that up to 75% of the rentals that you will eventually earn can qualify towards your mortgage payment.
let's run the numbers. Let's say you could come up with the $350,000 down to be at 20% down. And then let's say you had really good credit and could get an interest rate today at 3.5%. Check with your lender, rates may vary. But what you'd be talking about is a payment for all 4 units for about $8,019.96 per month. Well, let's say you're willing to live in one of the ADUs, which is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, kitchen, essentially a nice condo alternative. You would be paying, if you rent it out for $3,000, $2,000, and $3,000, you'd be making $8,000 a month back. So in essence, you'd be living in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo for $19.96 a month. How many cappuccinos is that? Not a whole lot. So that's a mortgage hack. Let's say you wanted to upgrade yourself a little bit and come upstairs and get some of the only views in Southeast Portland. You could only be paying $1,019.96 per month compared to something that would rent for around $3,000 a month. So just a really good example of mortgage hacking and kind of the fun things you can do if you're creative. So this property, like I described with all those numbers, is on the market now. If you're interested, give us a holler, 503-908-4908. If you're also interested in mortgage hacking or more tips, not this specific property, but something else, give us a call too. We'd love to connect with you. The Drew Coleman team at Hass & Company Realtors.